Hello guys, this is Vaish. So NCRT class 7 chapter 4 of polity. So you would have already seen the previous lectures, that is chapter 1, 2, 3 is done. Now we are going to do chapter 4 under gender unit, that is growing up as boys and girls. Okay, again a very small chapter, but just for basics or like for beginners this will be helpful. Okay, so 3 chapters of class 7 and all the 8, 9 chapters of class 6 is already completed, and we are doing a history class 12th series also, because class 6 to 10 was already completed. So it was done on last Friday. So you should go and like and comment under this as soon as you watch it. Based on the number of like and comment, chapter 2 will be done coming Friday. Okay, if we don't see equal number of comments or likes which we expect, then maybe the chapter 2 will again delay. Okay, so now about gender equality and women empowerment, a lot of questions have come already in UPSC. Okay, over the years, if you see, write a short note on gender equality, on rights of women in parental property, empowerment of women, social constraint in bringing about gender equality in India, female feticide, then gender disparities in India, platform for action, which was adopted at the Beijing Women's Conference in 1995. See, that is being asked in 2007. See, so they can ask anything at any time. Okay, UPSC will ask about the rural urban woman in panchayati system, or the cities and town, or the sex ratio in India. The male membership need to be encouraged in order to make women organization free from gender bias, patriarchy system and middle class working woman issue. And again, if you see, it's like unlimited number of questions. Okay, so one of the most important topic which you have to study for your prelims as well as mains is the issues of women. Okay, women facing, including if you see 2023 and the latest 24 paper which is happening now this week and next week, there also questions is coming. Okay, so you should learn everything with respect to their household work also, the outside work also, and other discriminations or things which they are facing. Okay, including in politics and healthcare and anywhere. Okay, so all those things in our sociology classes also, many such things are discussed. So you can watch that. Simply type Vaishai's NCRT, all the NCRT playlist will come here, or specific also you can search by typing NCRT history, geography, polity, economy, R.S. Sharma, Tamil Nadu textbook, Spectrum, Nitin Singhania, science, environment, any topic, anything of UPSC you search, including previous year questions or CSAT, you will get unlimited number of videos free of cost in our channel. Okay, so today unit 3 gender, that is the chapter 4, growing up as boys and girls. Typically in India or across the world, it's always considered that men and women, because physically they are different and some natural differences are there, the roles which they should play in the society also is considered as fixed and natural. Okay, like one will be maybe always indoor, or one will be outside, or one, like if woman is like not returning home by 6 p.m, then 100,000 calls will come to the phone. Okay, but a boy is coming at 6 o'clock or even late night, no questions are asked. Okay, it's not like generic, but majority of the cases that is what happens. So such differences are there in rural or urban areas, and that we consider in society there is a difference in role, and thus arises the issue of inequalities and the power sharing between men and women in the society. Okay, so societies assign different values to the roles men and women play and the work they do, which become a basis for inequality and discrimination. This thing exactly can come as a question. Okay, they'll give the statement and tell like explain, or what needs to be changed, like that they can ask you. Okay, in this picture also, for children to understand, they have given in the class 7 textbook, like seeing the picture you have to identify like whether it is relating to a man or a woman. Okay, so that level of learning is what from childhood onwards is given to you, that there is specific differentiation between men and women. Okay, the society which we grow up teaches us what kind of behavior is expected or acceptable for girls and boys, and what they can do and they cannot do. Okay, so this, we think that these are the values which is to be taken as a hard rule, and that is what is followed for the entire life. Okay, before marriage, after marriage, everywhere it is always considered. Now in this textbook, very nice 2 examples are given. Okay, one is the Samoa Island, that is one international example we'll see, and one Indian state example also we'll see. Okay, so here in Samoan Island, part of a large group of small islands in the Pacific Ocean, try to find it in the map, in 1920s itself. Okay, very old time, 1920s, the children did not go to school. They instead learned many things which are household work, like taking care of children, or doing this fishing activity, Okay, all these things they learn at different points of their life. Okay, meaning in maybe childhood some things you learn, in teenage you learn something, and adulthood you learn something. And instead of going to school, boys and girls are learning a lot of such skills which can be used within the house and outside the house. Okay, so as soon as the babies could walk, their mothers or other adult no longer looked after them. Okay, older children, often as young as 5 years old, took over the responsibility. Both boys and girls looked after their younger siblings. Okay, and when a boy is about 9 years old, he joined the older boys in learning outdoor jobs like fishing and planting coconut. Okay, so from 5 years on itself, parents are now leaving it to you and you are taking up responsibilities. Okay, girls will continue to look after the small children and other household work they will do till they are teenagers. Okay, but once they are teenagers, they are also given lot of freedom. Even they can join the fishing trips. Okay, and cooking, if you see, is mostly done by boys. Okay, and then girls will do the helping work in the preparation. So this is a example of Samoan Island, which is in the Pacific. Okay, now in Madhya Pradesh in the 1960s, okay, it is totally different. Here class 6th onwards itself, boys and girls are mandatorily sent to separate schools. Okay, boys separate, girls separate, and the way that school will be also different. Okay, the girls will be like you can tell like totally secluded. Okay, meaning they cannot see the outside world to protect them from the outside world and all. It's kind of open playground will not be there, open courtyard will not be there. They are just going school in closed classrooms and then going back home. Okay, but boys will have a different way of like a bigger playground, a bigger space attached to schools, and the way going to school and coming back to school, the route also. Okay, will be like one will be narrow street, one will be wider street. It all depends on the this particular gender. Okay, that is in Madhya Pradesh in the 1960s we are discussing, not now. Okay, so there again boys used to be in the street, they can do whatever they want, they are playing tricks with bicycles, but girls through that path which they came, the same path they have to go back to the houses. Okay, so see, street was simply a place to get straight home. So they always go in groups also. So these are the way children used to grow up in Madhya Pradesh. So these two examples are given, and even if we talk to our elders in our family, we will hear such stories. Okay, like how they go to school, how it was different, how their seating arrangement is different, exam seating is different. Everything will be different when it comes to how boys and girls were educated in the 50s and 60s. Okay. So even from childhood you will see, like even if you are a parent, even today's generation, boys are usually given like remote control car and such kind of toys are given, and girls are given like maybe dolls. Okay, even color difference they consider like blue and pink. Okay, like pink is considered for girls, blue or black is considered for boys. Okay, but that is not how it should be. But that is how even from childhood our parents or we ourselves in this generation also, we are deciding what the girls must dress, what games they should play, and the girls should talk softly, boys can talk loudly, and the crying is different. Crying, like girls can cry loudly, boys if they cry it will be like told like why are you crying like a girl. So like that everywhere you are differentiating in within your home. Okay, every single day. So in most society the men and women play or work or the work they do are not valued equally. Okay, men and women do not have the same status. So this again in cartoon format they are showing like whenever somebody is asking like what is your mother doing, you will tell mother is doing nothing, she is a housewife, she is in home. But you don't know that the amount of work which is unpaid work which she is doing at home, when you people go to school or your father goes to office, until you return, the cleaning kind of activity, the cooking activity, or making things ready for the next day, maybe ironing, washing, there are many things which the parents do or the mother do in specific, which is not noticed. Okay, which is not valued in the society. It is not part of our GDP. It is fully unpaid work. Okay, so that in a cartoon format they have just given so that children can understand. Okay, so across the world if you see, all the household work or the caregiving task like your like nurse, home nurse, these kind of things are always generally assigned to the woman. Okay, looking after the elderly people, looking after the sick members in the family, all this usually the woman is done. Okay, 80 to 90% of the case it is woman, it is done, because it is assumed that women are like naturally ready for that. Okay, and the society also demands it but devalues that work. Okay, it's not paid for. And another thing is domestic workers. If you see the maid and everybody who comes to your house for cooking, cleaning and all, that also domestic workers, majority will be women, okay, which involves sweeping, cleaning, washing clothes, looking after the young children or maybe elderly. All these things, the domestic workers is mostly women, okay. And if it is young boys and all, sometimes it is used. You can see in hotels and all, child labor still exists in small hotels, roadside places and all, for washing, cleaning or maybe serving on the table, wiping the table and all. Younger boys are also there, okay, and their wages are low, and also sometimes wages are very negligible, okay. And these people's work are very difficult also, because their work starts early morning 5 o'clock and end only at the night at 12 o'clock at most places, okay. Because rich people often they don't do even a single work, okay. Inside the house they will not do anything. Entire thing the maids and the servants has to do. So that is why they have like lot of hard work to do, but still money also they don't get, respect also they don't get, okay. So here one case study of one person, one maid is there. They're telling, we used to work and begins at 5 o'clock, and even good food is not given to us. Only 1 cup of tea and 2 dry rotis are given, okay. Even if a third roti we wanted, if we ask also, we won't get it, and we feel hungry because we are working throughout the day, okay. Then we are not allowed to wear chappals or slippers inside the house. And in this winter time and all, our feet get like swelling. So don't we deserve respect, okay. So all these things which require heavy physical work, if you see washing, cleaning, picking up things, bending, lifting, carrying, cooking, everything, hot stoves, you have to stand for hours, all these are like very physically demanding. So ideally, as per society rule, physically demanding work should be done by men, right? Then why is still it's all given to women? That is the question this particular maid is asking, okay. So again, I told you the number of hours which women work and men work, always it is told like men works 8 hours a day, woman is like inside the house doing nothing. That is what they tell. But if you take the statistics of this paid and unpaid work, okay, woman paid work and woman unpaid work in Haryana and Tamil Nadu, they have taken a case study of 1998-99 time. So there if you see the number of hours which total if you do, okay, this left side is woman and right side is men, okay. So men total, if you see, is lesser than the woman total, okay, because the unpaid work, housework, okay, housework you see 30 hours and 35 hours per week, but here only 2 hours and 4 hours per week. So women are doing more work even though it is unpaid in on a daily basis or on a weekly basis, okay. So you can use such case studies and all in your mains answers if at all a question comes. I showed you already how many number of questions are coming. So all this is part of a larger system of inequality which is happening as an individual, in the family level, at the government level, every level, okay. In the constitution we have written that equality is there and there should not be inequality based on gender, but in reality it actually exists. There is discrimination and there is problem, and girls are not sent to school also in villages. That is why we have this Anganwadi system, we have the Beti Bachao Beti Padhao system, and we have Sukanya Samriddhi scheme. There are many schemes which this government and previous governments have introduced so that women and girls get equal treatment in terms of education, healthcare and all the other things, okay. Even in job and all, office, workplace, their safety, the transport, logistics, everything, new schemes are being coming, okay. And it's part of your sustainable development goal also. So like that the governments are set up doing things. They are passing laws including maternity leaves and many things. They are doing crash facility in offices, okay, because only then people who have children, they can drop their child there and then still take up the employment outside, okay. Else they will be like, just because they have a kid, most of them have to quit their job if you don't have crash facility, okay. So these are the things which is given in this particular textbook, and you can learn this glossary also. Identity, okay, meaning a sense of self-awareness of who you are and what is your role in life, what is your task in life, everything you should identify. That is called identity. Double burden, the same thing I told you, that woman has to do the indoor and outdoor work, sometimes the labor, one is paid and one is unpaid. Then caregiving, already you know, taking care of children or the elderly people, which involves an emotional aspect also. And devalued is something like you are not being given recognition of what task you did, okay, meaning you do things but you don't get the value for it, okay. So that is called devaluing. So these questions are all 7th standard level questions only. So housework is invisible and unpaid work, housework is physically demanding, housework is time consuming. These kind of things you can use in your answer when you write anything about gender inequality, okay. So this is the chapter number 4, very small simple chapter. I'll come up with the next chapter in the next episode, that is Women Change the World, okay. Chapter 5 will be the next episode. So thank you and have a nice day.